Yeah, that's always a hard question, because you don't really know, right? You don't know which decisions you made were good and which were bad always. It can be kind of unknown. I mean, I think we could have started the company earlier. We were sort of resistant to starting Google because we were PhD students and we wanted to graduate and all those good things, which we haven't yet. And in retrospect, I think things would have gone even faster for us if we'd started earlier. But we were, like I said, we were very resistant to that.
When you look at highly successful companies, there's the brilliance of the founders, and I think I should make it very clear here that working with Larry and Sergey has been one of the most wonderful professional experiences in my life. They're young, but they're really smart. And so we sort of worked out a relationship where I do all the grunt work while they work on strategy and the fun stuff, right?
Yeah, that's great.
and it works. I think that if you look, it would have been hard to do what Google has attempted to do 5 years ago because DRAM prices weren't so cheap, Linux wasn't as well established. The companies that attempted to do what Google tried to do have a higher cost structure. They use other people's hardware like Sun's. Of course, I used to work there for many years and would have sold it to them. So there's a set of reasons why at this particular junction the model works. For example, DRAM prices have fallen by a factor of 10. Disk drive performance is improving. Disk drive prices are falling very dramatically. We had this amazing conversation yesterday where we concluded that the single determinant of our cost structure in our data centers is the cost of electric power in the state. And we're now thinking about where we put our data centers based on which state has more hydroelectric power than grid power. It's a new core competency on my part. I'll have to study, electric power generation. Because we use so much power to run the data centers because, whatever. But even today, the power requirements we have are so much lower than the computers even 2 years ago. So there's lots of reasons why we can do it at the scale we're doing it now where we couldn't have 2 or 3 years from now. And the good news is that with the mission that Larry outlined, the algorithmic improvements and the scale of information that we have ahead of us are so much greater than we can do today that we can reasonably predict that we will continue to be able to meet our mission for the foreseeable future. Because DRAM prices are not going up. Right? The only thing that we worry about is electric power going up. Right? And we can work on that with other things.